Hi folks, this is DJ Rex, and today I'm going to show you my custom mapping for the Traktor Kontrol S2 Mk2. I've been using the Kontrol S2 Mk2 from Native Instruments for the last, I guess, 6-7 years, so pretty long, and it worked pretty well for me. I love this controller. It's pretty good. It's well built, and I'm using it with with Traktor Kontrol 2, of course. But I felt like the mapping could be tuned to my needs a little bit, so I made a custom mapping, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So today I'm going to make a video where I explain what mappings I changed for the controller, and we'll go through the facts a little bit that I use often and how I use them, and then I will upload the mapping so you can download it and use it if you have an Kontrol S2 Mk2 and use Traktor 2. Let's get right into it. So what I did is I barely ever used the manual loop buttons. I almost always use the auto loop. So I remapped the manual loop buttons to a beat masher effect. So when I press the in button on each players, it's a 1-bar loop that gets enabled with the beat measure effect in Traktor. And if I press the out button, it's an half a beat loop, I guess. You see, so you can like build build-ups on the fly with this a little bit, and you can also use it with another effect that I'll show you soon, together to make a nice transition. So basically I remapped the complete effects unit. And then what I did is I took FX unit 1 and 3 for deck A and FX unit 2 and 4 for deck B. This gives me 2 effects units per deck. What I'm using is I'm playing with 2 decks and microphone input on deck D, and then I have my micro machine hooked up to deck C on a remix deck in Traktor. On the micro machine I have like samples, and what I did then is I programmed an freeze FX in FX unit 3 and FX unit 4 for each track, and I mapped it to this first button on the controller. So I mapped the freeze FX unit to the first button on each FX unit on each track. So I have one freeze button here for deck A, and on the other side I also have a freeze button here for deck B. Okay, so what I can do with this freeze effects unit is, for example, if I have a track with a drop and I want to cut out after the drop hits, I can engage the echo freeze at the end of the drop. I get this epic echo freeze which carries on. Okay, so the next change I did is I don't like the filters here on the gain knobs. I don't like that these are these stepper knobs, which makes the filter sound like, you hear the steps when you engage the filter. So what I did, I remapped the filters to this button, because I mapped the echo freeze to my 1. I kind of got this button here not assigned to any effect. So what I did is I assigned the filter over here. So this is now the filter knob. Same over here on deck B. We got the filter over here. This is the filter now. My 2 favorite effects in Traktor are the wormhole effect, which is this one, and the second effect that I use very often is dark matter. It's like an strange, it's like a strange echo that has this bit crash to it. So I mostly use these two effects, but I wanted to use more effects. I also like the gator very much. So what I thought of is, because I don't need these two buttons over here, I can program like two sets of effects that I can engage in FX Unit 1. So these two buttons don't engage FX Unit 1 and 3 anymore for deck A. They switch FX Unit A to an effects preset which I have over here, which is Dark Matter and Wormhole. And this is the FX preset for FX Unit 1 with the gator over here, and this is the filter pools. So with the 1 and the 2 over here, I can switch like these two banks of FX for FX Unit 1. FX Unit 3 is always the freeze gate, and FX Unit 4 is also always a freeze gate on deck B over here. Here I have the same thing, of course. I can switch between two banks of FX with these two buttons. Yeah, I also remapped the LEDs over here, so you always see which FX unit is, which preset is actually engaged, if you have preset 1 engaged or preset 2 engaged. So what this gives me is essentially a freeze effect for free on the one FX unit that I scavenged from deck C, and two banks of FX units for the FX unit 1, where I can use like 4 effects. And this is the filter. So what I can do with this is, I have like, this is the dry wet of course. I can have FX unit 1 set to the preset 1 and have Dark Matter and Wormhole over here. And then I can switch to FX unit 2 and have the gator and the filter over here. So now if you combine the beat measure with the Wormhole effect, you can do some pretty nice transitions. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. This is DJ Rex Custom Control S2 Mk2 Traktor Mapping. Feel free to download it. Download link will be in the description. And of course, if you have any suggestions what to enhance in this mapping, feel free to leave a comment. And of course, feel free to tune into my next show to see me use this mapping. Have a nice day. Bye. Peace out.